I told you, mother. What did you just watch?
Break. Take a break.
Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
You just got to take a break.
No, I don't hear a bunch of parties going on. I listen. Sounds like a funeral home in Allegiant Stadium.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed by God. You know, like I always said.
You need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go.
You know, I think I was the better man tonight.
You see the other one resting long period of time, but that didn't give him an issue.
Like Bud damn near basically went every round, so
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
I know it's a lot of money in the rematch, but I want Bud to retire. He accomplished everything in boxing already, made a lot of money.
The boxing world is buzzing after Terence Crawford's amazing win over Canelo Alvarez, with Crawford hinting he may just retire, marking what could be either the end of an era or the beginning of something even bigger. Furthermore, Crawford made it clear that his victory was more than just another win inside the ring. He declared that he had finally silenced the critics who for years claimed he had not faced real challenges, that he could not sell fights, and that he lacked the personality to capture the spotlight. With his triumph over Canelo, Crawford said those doubts had been put to rest once and for all.
Great, you know what I mean? Like, anybody can be a nobody. Like I said, a lot of people doubted me. A lot of people said I haven't fought anybody. I can't sell. I don't have no personality. They just wrote me off for years and years. And it all came to a halt tonight. I'm blessed. I'm blessed by God. You know, like I always said, you know, a lot of people, they didn't give me the credit. You know, a lot of people didn't believe in me. And I told y'all, a lot of people gonna be going home disappointed and crying.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
In addition, Crawford explained that the size was never an issue against Canelo. Crawford absorbed the punches, handled the pressure, and never felt overwhelmed, pointing out that he has always sparred with bigger opponents during training camps.
I was stronger, I punched harder, and that was just it. You know, a lot of people put too much into me moving up in weight and things like that. But like I told y'all once before, Canelo is not a big guy. You know, he's a smaller guy fighting in a big weight class. You know, me and him is practically almost the same height. I'm a little taller. My arms longer than him. You know, he got a little wider frame, but he's a little shorter. But all in all, you know, we're around the same size. So by y'all saying, oh, Canelo's this massive size, it was kind of like disrespect.
That experience, he said, prepared him perfectly for the challenge. Competing at a higher weight without the strain of cutting down heavily also gave Terence the advantage of feeling stronger and more comfortable in fight night.
Just tonight.
Not at all. Like I said before, you know, I've always sparred bigger guys. I never sparred smaller guys because I was too strong for them. I used to just bully them around. So when I spar smaller guys, it's normally for speed and work on my defense and things like that. So, you know, fighting at a bigger weight and not having to lose so much weight, you know, it helped me tonight.
Well, the first 3 rounds, you know, I felt like I was in control. You know, I think he was trying to figure me out. He was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
Moreover, Crawford revealed that his decision not to switch stances came on the advice of his coaches. He explained that he stuck to the plan, relied on his jab to keep Canelo at bay, and continually turned him to prevent any sustained attack. The disciplined approach proved effective as Crawford executed his strategy with precision and control.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to come out orthodox, but my coaches was just telling me, you know, your southpaw is going to kill him. You know, he's not going to get past the jab. His feet is slow. You know, keep turning him. Him trying to, you know, amp himself up, telling me, come on, champ, let's go, champ, come on. You know, and I was like, I'm not going to feed into him and give him the opportunity to land a lucky shot. So I just stuck to what was working.
On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez reflected on the outcome, saying he gave his best effort but acknowledged that sometimes a fighter has to accept when they have been outperformed.
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try. But you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go. And I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine So I cannot think in that way. But I tried my best tonight.
But he admitted he never entered the ring expecting to lose or simply did what he could inside the ring. He also stated that Crawford is a very skilled fighter and it was difficult to read Crawford's fighting style.
We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
In addition, Canelo addressed comparisons between Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. When asked who was the tougher opponent, he responded that Crawford was the superior fighter, rating him above Mayweather in terms of difficulty.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. Como mexicano me siento muy orgulloso de lo que he logrado, de hasta donde he llegado para representar a mi país. Me siento muy orgulloso, fue una gran noche para el boxeo.
A great night for boxing, a great night for the sport, for everyone. And as a Mexican, everything that I have accomplished for my people, for the country, very proud, and a great night for boxing.
Interestingly, Crawford admitted that Canelo's power was not what he had been led to expect. He anticipated more damaging shots but found that he had felt stronger punches in the past. While he acknowledged Canelo's technical skill, Crawford emphasized that the power factor was never as overwhelming as many believed it would be.
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it, but you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
What was that moment where you were?
He didn't hit as hard as I thought he was. You know, he's definitely technical, but you know, I've been hit harder.
It's not a big difference.
All right, and lastly then, what was his power like? Have you been hit by anybody that strong before?
I've been hit harder.
No, in a real fight, not a sparring.
In a real fight. Not Avanesian, but Mean Machine hit harder than Canelo to me, to be honest.
In a display of respect, Terence Crawford embraced Canelo after the fight and personally returned the belts that had been placed around him in victory. He also took a moment to greet Canelo's wife and daughter, making it clear to the public that there was no animosity between him and Canelo. Responding with gratitude, Canelo embraced Crawford in return and acknowledged the sportsmanship shown on such a historic night.
Guys, please stay down in the front.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez weighed in, saying Crawford truly showed out and proved he had been right all along. He noted that Canelo had been declining for some time, while Crawford's inactivity did not pose any issues. Lopez described the fight as a clash where two men risked everything and put their legacies on the line, adding that the man better won, and the moment is now part of boxing history.
What I think, I was right. I think I called it right, but I just said that he will edge it.
Yeah.
Nah, but he really showed out.
Yeah.
I was right though. You just start seeing a fighter gradually start decreasing.
Yeah.
You see the other one resting long period of time, but that didn't give him an issue. Doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight. Did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
At the same time, Lopez added that the fight does not diminish the remarkable legacy Canelo Alvarez has built. He highlighted Canelo's impact not only for Mexico but for the entire Latino community, praising the accomplishments he has achieved for himself. Lopez also noted that Crawford is on a path to continue building greatness in his own career.
What happens to Canelo after this? It don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness. It's just different styles, different looks, you know. But the punching, the output that he was giving Canelo, definitely gave him the win.
Similarly, Devin Haney stated that Crawford's victory was never an upset. emphasizing that anyone familiar with boxing recognized it as a well-earned win. He added that both fighters could earn significant money if a rematch happens, but Haney expressed that he personally hopes to see Terence Crawford retire, acknowledging all that Crawford has achieved in the sport.
What do you want me to say? He beat him easy.
Upset of a lifetime?
Nah, it wasn't an upset. The people that really know boxing knew that it was a good fight. Yeah. It depended on what kind of fight that Bud fought. And he fought the fight that he needed to fight to win.
Is that how you expect it to go?
You want to see a rematch, Devin, or you think it was pretty clean?
I know it's a lot of money in the rematch, but I want Bud to retire. He accomplished everything in boxing already. He made a lot of money. He should just go spend time with his family and have some fun.
Echoing that perspective, Hamza Shiraz admitted that he was shocked by how Crawford absorbed Canelo's punches, praising him and acknowledging that he is undoubtedly one of the greats. Shiraz noted that Crawford is now in a position to either schedule a rematch with Canelo or pursue a fresh challenge against a new opponent.
Yeah, no, it's boxing, isn't it? It's boxing. It's one of them things. God's got a greater plan. I reckon he will stay it because he looked good at it. He looked strong at it.
Did he seem hurt in there at all?
Nah, not at all, man. He was eating them punches, bro. I was shocked, but he's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs. He can do what he wants, bro. He can do what he wants. He's in a position where he can call the shots.
Meanwhile, Keyshawn Davis weighed in after the bout, calling it a great fight and praising Crawford for doing an incredible job. He expressed his excitement for Crawford, describing the night as unforgettable. Davis pointed to speed as the decisive factor in Canelo's defeat, highlighting Crawford's sharp footwork and quickness as the keys to victory. In his view, Terence Crawford dominated so thoroughly that he nearly swept every round on the scorecards.
I seen how they judged it. It was a good fight.
Yeah, what are your, emotions, impressions of everything?
Hell of a jump, man. I'm happy for him. Super excited for him, man.
Yeah.
Shit was a hell of a night for us. Speed, really.
Yeah.
I think it was the main factor. Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
However, Oscar De La Hoya reacted to the fight with laughter, noting that he had predicted an upset. He emphasized that he only speaks the facts as he took a jab at Canelo.
I told you, mother. What did you just watch? I only speak the facts.
Adding to that, Oscar De La Hoya aimed at Turki Al Sheikh, tagging him in a post and ridiculing him by suggesting he needs to replace his matchmakers. He went on X and wrote, "Please fire your matchmakers." Meanwhile, former world heavyweight champion Hasim Rahman weighed in on the fight, saying Crawford secured his win over Canelo with ease. Rahman added that if Crawford is looking for a true challenge, he should consider moving up to face Alexander Usyk next.
What did you think?
Crawford won easy.
Easy? Easy. What do you want to see next? Should we see a rematch?
Yeah, I mean, for what?
Why not? What should Crawford do?
Huh?
What should Crawford do then?
If we want to challenge, so we got to come up and go up and fight Usyk.
In agreement, Lennox Lewis praised the bout, calling it a great fight and revealing that he had Crawford ahead of his scorecards from the opening round.
Lennox, what do you think?
That was a great fight.
Who do you have?
Great opponents.
Did you have winning? Crawford?
Crawford, yeah, definitely. He won more rounds than Canelo.
Adding to that, Bill Haney weighed in, saying Crawford handled Canelo with ease. He claimed this fight was even simpler than Crawford's victory over Errol Spence and added that everyone knew Crawford was going to win, but many were just in denial. Haney praised Crawford and his entire team for their performance, asserting that Crawford fully deserves his place at the top. He even scored the fight himself, believing Crawford was winning by a much wider margin than the official judges indicated.
Who called it?
You said fight him and you've seen the result.
Exactly. And you guys knew what was going to happen. You were in denial. That shit looked easier than Earl Spence. Did it look, huh?
It's a brilliant performance. Brilliant performance.
Man. Shout out to Team Crawford, Bo Mack and that whole team, man. You know what I mean?
Where'd you rank him all-time list after that?
I mean, put his face on Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? He deserves his place, for sure.
Did you score it, Bill?
Yeah, I scored it a lot for Crawford and very little for Canelo. If any. I don't know.
116, 112?
I don't know. I mean, I could pick one or two. I could pick one or two in there or something like that.
Furthermore, Bill criticized the fans who came out to support Canelo, remarking on the subdued atmosphere in the arena. He said the stadium was so quiet it felt more like a funeral than a fight night.
No, I don't hear a bunch of partying going on. Listen, it sounds like a funeral home in Allegiant Stadium. Did Crawford win? It sounds like it's a funeral home. Look, you see over there, you see it's quiet? It's quiet as shit. Yeah. Is it a holiday or what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, that's a Crawford fan. He's Mexican. Now, listen. Hey, y'all know what's up. Crawford did it. And only person that's talking is me. November 22nd. If you don't want to hear nothing else, Crawford is great. November 22nd.
Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas broke down the fight by saying Crawford forced it into a zone where Canelo had no easy path. To have any chance, Canelo needed to get close, but doing so meant walking through danger.
It became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him.
Atlas compared it to going through a rough neighborhood where Crawford simply mugged him. Every time Canelo tried to close the distance, he was met with Crawford's sharp barrages that stopped him in his tracks.
It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Analyst Wade Plemons observed that from the opening rounds, it was clear Crawford could not only match Canelo's energy, but surpass it. He noted that whenever it looked like momentum might shift in Canelo's favor, and the pressure began to mount, Crawford immediately shut it down, spoiling every attempt and keeping control of the fight.
Very evident from round one all the way through that Terence Crawford, when he was able to match Canelo's intensity and even go past it, Canelo couldn't match him. And that was something I did not anticipate. Also, Terence, at moments when Canelo started to pressure him and get in his face and hit him with big punches, and it felt like maybe the momentum was turning, Terence squashed all of that, right? He took water and threw it on the fire. If Canelo was starting to burn, he was starting to quell and find ways to be offensive and be successful, getting to range, even though Canelo's jab was almost non-existent tonight. I don't know where that was, but he wasn't able to capitalize. Anytime he built momentum, Terence got right back on that front foot, met him in the pocket, and met him with big counter shots. Again,
even Gabe Rosado, who had supported Canelo, acknowledged that Crawford is unquestionably one of boxing's top fighters and fully deserved the victory. He added that Crawford ranks among the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport right now.
Oh, shit was crazy, dog.
Yeah, fair game to Terence, man, right?
Oh, no, Terence is that bull, bro. He's pound for pound right now.
Yeah. Well,
he just beat Canelo, bro.
They were
like,
saying if he beats Canelo that it could possibly make him the all-time great, man. What does he land on that list?
Look, he's definitely on the list, bro. Definitely on the list.
Echoing the respect, WBC President Mauricio Solomon praised Terence Crawford's performance, calling it a beautiful display and a tremendous fight for boxing. He noted that Crawford came in fully prepared and executed his plan flawlessly, earning all the recognition he deserves. Solomon added that he hopes Crawford takes some time off, enjoys a well-deserved vacation, and savors the moment of being crowned the undisputed super middleweight champion.
Performance, tremendous night for boxing.
Yeah.
And he had a game plan, he performed, and he deserves all the recognition.
Yeah. What would you like to see next from him?
To have a nice vacation and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Let him rest. He deserves all the time
Yeah.
to really enjoy what he has just accomplished.
Uh-huh.
They took a long time to prepare for this great fight.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy, let them have a rest, and we'll see what's next. This is boxing. You have a good night, bad night, and Crawford was great and he won.
Yeah.
Ultimately, in the aftermath of one of the most significant nights in modern boxing, Terence Crawford not only cemented his legacy with a career-defining win over Canelo Alvarez, but also sparked conversations about his future, whether that means retirement at the peak of greatness or the pursuit of even bigger challenges. With praise pouring in from legends, champions, and industry figures alike, the fight has already etched itself into the sport's history books. What did you think of the fight? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video with more exciting updates. In the meantime, show your support, like, share, and subscribe. Remember to hit the bell icon so you never miss a beat, and we'll see you in the next video with more exciting updates.